Welcome, Entertainment Daily lovers. So this is going to be a quick one. We are going all the way to Kenya because there's something serious. So pardon me if I'm not doing the normal welcoming or greeting the way I would do. But this is very serious and a very sad story. So this man's name is Albert Juang. I hope I'm not murdering the name, but pardon me if I am. And he's said to be a teacher in Kenya. And allegedly, they said he made a defamatory statement against a top-ranked military personnel in Kenya. Okay, something like the commissioner of police or something, someone high up there in Kenya. Okay, and then he was arrested. He was arrested in his area. They said he's a school teacher where he stays, where the statement was made, and then they said they took him from there to Nairobi, Kenya, the capital, and they locked him up. But somehow, magically, out of the blue, somebody that was hale and hearty before the arrest passed on. And now they're trying to say that, oh, maybe he fell, he hit his head somewhere, and this and this and that. I'm going to include his photograph here on screen. But then, doing a little bit digging into how things are done, the laws in Kenya, there was a lady that actually asked for the photograph. Shout out to Kenya Gossip. Look, I'll put this so you see them there. And shout out to this lady from Kenya that did a good breakdown of this story also for those of us that are not in Kenya and we might not know what the law says in Kenya. This woman made us to understand that their law in Kenya says that when you're being arrested in a particular area, you're supposed to be held there and tried in that area. But now they are saying they drove a long distance from where the man was arrested all the way to Nairobi, Kenya. So if the man is arrested in one of the villages in Kenya, why was he not tried in that district? And why do they need to take him all the way to the capital city just because a high up or high ranked personnel feels like he was being defamed? Okay, if you feel like the person defamed you, is it not the same law that that you as a military personnel that you're supposed to be upholding states that somebody should be tried there? But because I guess you're a top person, you people had to transfer this person from point A to point B, and somehow magically he passes on, and it doesn't look like there's a conspiracy, there's something going on here. Who is the person that we're supposed to be looking at? You. So I don't even like this whole thing that they're trying to make it look like, oh, he's not involved. Since when people start buying? Since when people start being unalive just because of they defamed someone? There are punishment for, if you defame someone, that you would be tried, you will be taken to court, and if you're found guilty, they would tell you what you have to do. You have to pay or you have to serve time. Whatever the law says is what will happen. But I don't understand why somebody's son is not coming home, why somebody's husband is not coming home, why somebody's father is not coming home just because you claim you're being defamed. You will not be the first person that is being defamatory comment is being made about. The president of your nation is also being attacked for certain decisions that he has made. You understand? And several other people also, and worldwide, people will defame people. People will say things that they might not even know at the point when they are saying it if it's being defamatory. But this looks suspicious. Okay, it looks suspicious that 1 minute somebody made a statement about you that didn't sit well with you. You people ended up, arresting the guy. Why the manhandling? Because I don't understand. He slept on what? A banana that was on the floor or water that somebody dropped, and he slept and, hit his head somewhere in the jail, and because that's what the autopsy is saying. And how are we even going to trust the coroners that are going to run this, that are going to run this autopsy? Because you people are able to twist and turn and mold things to fit you people, because it is easier to explain head injury than if he's been battered. So one thing I would say is when his family, after their autopsy, after the investigation and everything, when you people take this man for burial, look at him very well. If they are claiming that it's head injury, so we're assuming that he fell, because now they want to make it look like it's caused by him, even if maybe somebody must have pushed him, somebody must have hit him with a baton or with something, some kind of this thing allegedly, something could have happened that somebody else is involved. Even if you're saying it's head injury, somebody can hold you and use your head to smash the wall severally, and that's going to cause head injury. so they should also look, because there will be a sign of struggle if people are involved. If he indeed, was walking and mistakenly slipped and fell down and hit his head, and that was the end for him, then we are expecting to see just that one head injury, because as he slips and falls, wherever he used, either the back, the side, wherever he used to hit, whatever he hit that caused his death, we will see that scar there, and that should be the only scar that should be on his head, okay, and his face, his hand, his whole body. There should be no bruising, because if there are bruising around his face, his body, or any sign of struggle, check his fingers, clip his finger. But would they even do that? And if they do that, would they even say the truth? Because if there is a fight, if there's a struggle between him and the police people that went to arrest him and transport him from point A to point B, then there will be a fight there, because he's also a man, okay? And when you see yourself in certain position where you feel like your life is in danger, you will fight for yourself. So there will be evidence of a struggle. So all of these things are what his family should look out for when they go to take the body for burial. Because there is no way somebody is he's not even been charged to court yet, and he's already dead. Just because he said something about, so nobody fit talk about police, or nobody fit talk about commissioner of police. What's happen? Are we not living in democracy? Are we living in dictatorship where you don't say anything, whatever the leaders say ends there? Freedom of speech. What happened to freedom of speech? He said what he said. Okay, if he defame you, arrest him and do whatever. Use him as a scapegoat. What is this rough handling, and what is this whole thing? And what is the thing you people are hiding? What is the thing you people are hiding? Just like that, he fell and now he has head injury. This is not acceptable. It is unacceptable that somebody would say something that you think is defamatory, and the person will not even have the chance to defend themselves, because you said he defamed you. What if this guy said what he said because he has evidence and things to back up what he has said, and he will be able to go to court and prove to the judge that, look, I didn't defame, this happened like this that made me to make this statement, and the judge will look everything, the evidence, go through all the evidence, and he might be able to, say, okay, well, there was no defamation here because what he said did happen, and it was as he said, with the evidence presented, you're free to go. And I guess that's what you people were afraid of, because maybe whatever he said, there is an atom of truth to what the man must have said that made you people to quickly make sure that he goes to join the ancestors. So that way, there is no evidence anywhere to prove anything. The case will just end here now, that says, oh, Mr. Edison Ojuang is now, he's passed on. So now it ends by he defamed somebody and he magically passed on. It is absolutely sad, and it is unacceptable. And I think everyone in Kenya should speak up. This is not the time to keep quiet, okay? Because if you keep quiet, you don't know who's going to be tomorrow. It might be you, that you will just say something about the political or these leaders or people in power, and the next thing, because they have the power, they have the way of calling police, go arrest this person, lock this person up, throw away the key. Since when people will not be safe to know that, okay, police arrest you and you will go through due process to achieve what you need to achieve? I don't think it's right. So comment down below and let me know what you think about this case. Thank you so very much, and I will see you all on the next one.